About 2 years ago, I began to have very, very difficult vision. And my low vision doctor, after all her examinations, said to me, well, you're just going to have to learn to adapt. And that was very unsatisfactory to me.
Today, Donald Cantner takes nothing for granted. The military veteran whose duty depended on his perfect sight is now dependent on the skills he learned at Lighthouse of Pinellas.
Legally blind in my left eye and headed in that direction in the right eye. How do you put toothpaste on a toothbrush if you can't see your toothbrush? Well, the simple answer to that is you take the toothpaste and put it on your finger, and then you take the toothbrush and wipe the toothpaste off of your finger. You don't have it on your brush. These are just little things.
Little things that make big differences for people affected by vision loss. Many seniors like Donald need one-on-one assistance to help them adapt. The Lighthouse's occupational therapy program, led by a certified low vision therapist and certified diabetes educator, affords seniors individualized in-home training. And for those working adults, Lighthouse offers a vocational rehabilitation program, which provides adaptive technology like a keyboarding class, which helped Donald continue his career as an accountant. Founded in 1956 by the Lions Club of St. Petersburg, the Lighthouse of Pinellas is a beacon of hope for families, including those with vision-impaired infants.
Kyle was born in 1996 at 1 pound 4 ounces, 23 weeks gestation. He was in the hospital for about 4.5 months and had 6 surgeries. At the time we found out that he needed eye surgery, he lost vision totally in one eye and low vision in the other. We brought him home after 4.5 months, and he was about 4 pounds, and now we have this child who's 4 pounds, visually impaired, blind in one eye, and what are we supposed to do? And how do we give him what he needs to succeed in life and give him a typical childhood?
Here in Pinellas County, there are more than 35,000 people living with severe vision loss or total blindness. For many families with children affected by vision impairments, like the Cartier family, seeking help often means looking past conventional solutions.
So we started looking around, and then we found the Lighthouse. He had all the different therapies, the vision therapy, learned how to use the vision he could have, and we started to realize that we could have a normal situation. We're just going to do things a little differently.
In the early intervention program, licensed therapists work with infants and children up to 5 years old and their families. During these early years of development, 90% of learning comes from watching their parents and the world around them.
A child doesn't know that if they can't see, how you take a piece of food and put it in your mouth unless they're taught. So a lot of children have sensory issues with their feeding. So we would try different things, and we'd all work together. So the parental support, you're not alone. You have other people to lean on. Besides the staff at the Lighthouse, you had other parents to help you deal with the situation.
Sophia Rosales came into the world happy and healthy, but her parents noticed that Sophia had a vision issue when she was about 3 months old.
I noticed that her eyes had this kind of weird movement, and we didn't know what it was. So that's when the whole thing kind of started. We started looking or scrambling for different, start going to different doctors, and they immediately said, well, she has a condition called nystagmus, which makes the eye basically vibrate.
Learning to parent a child who has recently been diagnosed with vision impairment can be difficult. When their second child showed signs of vision problems, the Rosales were able to count on the Lighthouse of Pinellas.
We were better prepared to deal with it the second time around because we had the experience with Sophia.
So we knew where to go.
So we knew, we already had kind of like a road plan, a roadmap. And I think it's important people that don't know anything about this, that think about that. If you don't need to know, but if you have people that can help you, you have that roadmap that's going to help you come along.
Teenage years can be challenging on their own. The transition program at the Lighthouse of Pinellas instills confidence and inspires dreams, helping blind and vision-impaired teens and young adults between the ages of 14 and 22 prepare for brighter futures. Alexis was diagnosed with nystagmus when she was a child, but she's hardly limited by her diagnosis, thanks to the Lighthouse.
I'm going to go to college and I'm going to get a degree in psychology, and I plan to become a psychologist and work with kids, who has been bullied or, have trouble fitting in.
the Lighthouse of Pinellas helps young people like Kyle see their full potential for living a life of independence and confidence and helping others.
It doesn't matter if you're deaf, or if you're blind, or visually impaired, or have cerebral palsy. You can do what you want to do in life if you just go at it. Try your best, be positive about it. You having that disability will allow you to actually make a difference in people's lives.
Even the littlest things that you take for granted in your daily life, there is a way to accomplish them with the help that is provided in an organization such as the Lighthouse. Knowing that, you should not be afraid, but you should seek out their help, and you'll find that they will take you to levels that you couldn't believe that you could achieve.
When families are facing the financial challenges of doctor bills and loss of work due to vision impairment, the Lighthouse of Pinellas provides their invaluable services for little or no cost. For adults like Donald Kantner, teens like Alexis and Kyle, and families with babies like the Rosales, to get the help they need, the Lighthouse needs you. Without your support, we cannot provide help to those who cannot see the world in which they live, like our vulnerable children, our bright adolescents, and our growing population of seniors. Won't you give so others can see things differently? Join us in becoming a beacon of hope by making your donation today to the Lighthouse of Pinellas. Together, we can provide a brighter future for everyone.